Okay, I'm with Mr. Kim Oliver, and what's your name?
Brian Hilton.
Brian Hilton. Mr. Oliver was probably the impetus of this event, and he can tell you a little bit about his story.
Well, the problem I've had with my business is all the flow of the illegal immigrants have came in and taken all my work from me. My pay has went from half of what it used to be and less. Usually by this time last year I'd already made $30,000, and this year it's looking more like 15. Something's got to be done. This protest is totally about enforcing the laws that we already have on the books, quit wasting the taxpayers' money and our time, and uphold the law. Close the borders.
What part of, I mean, you've seen your income decrease. I've also read in places that you've seen where some of your competitors are also not enforcing other laws. You know, they're not obeying other laws.
Right.
I guess you went to the county tax office or something?
Well, what we've experienced in Alamance County is these illegals will get them a pickup truck and put their personal name on their business card, and that's their business name, and they put it on the door of their vehicle. They have no privilege license to work in this city. They have no business tax listing. We turn them into the IRS Department of Treasury and Department of Revenue, and we never hear any responses. It's as if these people don't exist.
So you never see any follow-up?
No follow-up whatsoever. And the ones that we did get the business tax listing to send listing forms to, they picked up and moved.
Okay.
But yet they're still working in our county every day. They're not doing what my business has to do as far as matching my employees' Social Security. They're not keeping payroll books. They're not paying federal unemployment tax. They're not complying with any business rules. No quarterly reports whatsoever. They go to the bank and open up a savings account. The check's wrote in their personal name. They go in and cash it. They put a little money in the savings. The rest of the money, they pay their illegal workers, and they send the rest back to Mexico.
And what would you suggest could be done in Alamance County to help some of those problems? Because I assume that it's also a problem with people that get work done. There's some work that's not up to quality, and
exactly.
You know that there's some complaints. I would assume there's some complaints with some of the work that's done by some of these folks.
Yes, sir, there is. You know, the quality, the standard of the quality is half of what it used to be. It's at least half of what it used to be. We see brick masons mixing mortar on the ground. They don't buy mortar tubs. We see them cutting the paint with water and so forth, you know, and it goes on and on and on. Where the shingles are required to have 4 nails, they use 2.
So when people file complaints against those businesses, where does it go? Have you had a chance to look at what happens to the complaints?
We've actually seen nothing happen, you know, but we have seen contractors that built houses 2 years ago that warranted their houses for 2 years. Now the paint's popping off the walls. When the wind blows, the shingles and the vinyl siding's laying in I-40 out here, you know. So you got to look at the flip side of it. The quality's not the same. Of course, it's not going to be when my company has to get $3.50 or $4 a foot to do concrete work. They're doing it for $1.50 to $2 a foot.
So the message to people using some of these:
beware of the quality you're getting. If you buy a new house, you better have it inspected three different times by 3 different individuals.
And don't expect the contractor to be around 2 years.
What you got to understand is the inspectors in every county inspect structural. That's your wiring, your plumbing, your footers, your foundation, your framing. They don't inspect cosmetics, so beware.
What would you say, it's kind of in closing, what would you say that can be done in Alamance County?
Well, I mean, somewhere down the line, the state is losing revenue from the tax evasion. The county's losing revenue. The city's losing revenue. The federal government is losing revenue. And it's putting people like myself out of work.
Right.
You know, and I'm fed up with it.